Hey everybody, with Sundae Sauuce, I'm Travis George and you're watching Inside Scoop, the show where we take a deep dive into music and ice cream. And today we have Brooklyn-based producer Birocratic.
Hey Travis.
You can find his music out everywhere. You can find his Splice Sample Pack Ingredients Volume 1. You could find him in your city on the Bay 5 tour with Young Bay, or you can find him at Red Rock supporting Big Gigantic. Birocratic, welcome to the show, man.
Thank you so much, Travis.
All right, so what are you digging into today?
This is a combo blend. We've got like the last 8% of a brownie that I demolished earlier because Andre was late. So had plenty of time to get my sugary sweets in me. And then I got a scoop of speculoos and a scoop of strong coffee.
All right. Well, you ready to get right into this interview?
What are you sipping on?
Dude, I got some cookie vanilla. What is it called? Hold on. Spectacular. Speculoos cookie, yeah. But first time I've been actually asked what I'm getting into, man. I like that. I appreciate you.
I love you. I mean, we're friends, so it's
we are.
Only natural that we have a
calling you Birocratic was
conversation.
Weird. I prefer Brandon, so
that's cool. I also prefer Brandon at this point in my life.
All right, you ready to get into it?
I'm an adult.
A lot of people don't know that one of your best friends, Jenny Kaufman, is also your roommate and your manager. And I gotta ask, as someone who is living with their manager and is also friends with them, and there's like a lot of different areas in which you guys connect, I'm wondering how you are able to balance and communicate with her and kind of keep like a healthy relationship on like all of those different levels.
It's a lot like falling down a water slide with no water. It's just a lot of friction, you know. No, real talk. It is tough. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, working with Jenny has been awesome. She's such a solid human being, and I love her to death. And you know, we have a long-standing relationship that's based on trust, and that's really the only way that it can work. Is that we resolve any issues that we have between us very quickly. We don't let things like business spill into our friendship and friendship spill into our business. And of course, sometimes that does happen. That's just kind of natural. Like, there are just moments where like we can't handle our shit, or I can't handle my shit, or she can't. But at the end of the day, we always come back to like, we're deep in this together, so we got to look out for each other.
And what was the last thing you guys argued about from like a roommate perspective?
So, I mean, like, real talk, I had 13 boxes of vinyl shipped to my apartment, and I wasn't home. And I happened to be, at the time that the vinyl arrived at my apartment, I was in an area of upstate New York with no cell service. So I pull up at a hardware store because I'm working on a house upstate, and I pull up at a hardware store and I'm getting these frantic calls from this poor delivery guy who's like been trying to call me for like 45 minutes because he's got 13 boxes of vinyl and he can't get in. And I didn't know this delivery was happening. And Jenny gets home from work like right then to see like 13 boxes of vinyl just stacked. I mean, like hundreds of pounds of vinyl. And I'm like, oh my God, like I can't believe this happened. Like I totally thought I was gonna be home. I didn't know this was gonna occur. And I'm like, all right, let me call some friends, see if I can get someone to like help bring these in. And I called a couple friends, like no one responds. I'm like, oh my God. And Jenny's like on her way to a show, she's busy. So she, out of the goodness of her heart, trucks all 13 boxes of vinyl into my room from outside. You know, laid into me a little bit for that one, because who wants to do that? You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I think we figured it out. Yeah.
It has a happy ending.
Well, the vinyls are starting to go. Yeah. You know,
you might as well plug them.
She gets a percentage of that.
So you grew up in South Jersey, and
Indeed.
You lived in Cape May for a little bit.
Yes, sir.
Serving tables while this music career was starting to set up. Mm-hmm. You know, kind of set its course. What was like the one pet peeve that you had with people that were like that you were serving?
The one?
There's gotta be like one. There's gonna be like one that like stands out the most.
Well, if I had some time to prepare.
Well, this is off the cuff, man.
Yeah, no, I mean, Cape May is a pretty bougie town, I'm not gonna lie. So like, there's a little bit of entitlement that you get from people who are like spending $600 a night on a hotel room on vacation. Like, those people can be pretty pushy, and I had this one woman, for example, she ordered a strip steak, and we served her a strip steak, but she maintained that she got a ribeye. Like, she was served a ribeye, and she's like, no, I know my steak. This is a ribeye. I'm like, all right, well, A, I wouldn't be complaining because ribeyes are better, but B, like, it's not. Like, it's not. Like, I will bring my chef out here to, like, explain. He will show you the side of meat he cut this from. Like, you're arguing a moot point. You're literally, I'm just like, I'm an adult talking to another adult who's probably 25 years older than me. She's like, it's the wrong steak. I don't, like, it puts you in a position as a server where you're just like, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, you can't, you have nothing, no way to respond.
Right. The customer is always right? But she's wrong. Like, she's just dead wrong. And I'm a principled person. Like, I don't always fuck with that. Like, the customer is always right. Like, it's a great policy if you're running like a customer service oriented brand, but good Lord, to be the arm of that brand and just be like, well, I'm just dealing with like a stubborn idiot. That's a pet peeve for you. We gave her the meal for free.
It was probably like a $25 ribeye.
No, it's $38. $38 for that shit.
A lot of people will be surprised that your music career actually started when you made the Statistics remix to Cascada's Every Time We Touch.
Bro.
And it was a viral YouTube video. Explain how that happened.
All right, crowning achievement here. This is what gave me the courage to pursue music for real full time. So I think the video's unlisted, which maybe gives you like some idea of my feelings about it now. Like, don't really want it out there anymore. But for a minute, I made a statistics themed cover of Cascada's Every Time We Touch for a video for my like AP statistics class or whatever when I was a senior. It was like the year after I took the class too. I was just still homies with the teacher, and he was like, we got this competition coming up, you should be in it. It's like, all right, whatever. It's like $500 cash prize. Like, screw it. Sounds like fun. I got nothing to do. I'm a senior. I'm like done with all my work. So I get my friends together. We make this like really bad video, just atrocious video. But it appealed to teachers, and teachers around the country started sharing it with each other once it started coming time for like the AP stats test, and it was like, we don't have anything to do in class. What do we do? Oh yeah, let's watch some like dumb video that this high schooler made. So it started making the rounds, and I remember the next year, one of my friends who was going to Michigan wound up in a 500-person statistics lecture. She's in the video, and it shows up on the giant projector screen in front of this huge lecture, and she's just sitting there like what? And that thing, I mean, I probably got like 20,000 views or something like that, which at the time, you know, being like a junior or senior in high school,
that was like kind of before like YouTube was really like popping the way it is right now.
Yeah, it was like 2010 or something.
Yeah.
So, I mean, not that it was like viral, but it was like about as much traction as a statistics themed cover of a like Europop song could get. So, yeah, I mean, like that fluffed my ego enough, and man, here we are 9 years later.
There you get playing at Red Rocks.
Shit, yeah. There it is. God, this ice cream is really, really starting to affect the old noggin here. I feel crazy.
I know that you've found a deeper love for cooking. So what I want to know is something simple that someone can make, but also can take you to like Flavor Town that you've been really fucking with.
You already know what I'm gonna say, don't you?
Wait, no, maybe. I think so. Maybe.
All right, the answer is caprese.
Oh, that's not what I was thinking.
It's so easy.
Okay.
And so delicious. Caprese has 3 main ingredients. What you want to do, and this is probably the most important thing, start with a sharp knife. First of all, because ain't no way I'm cutting no tomato with a dull knife, okay? You can't do it. You really can't do it. So anyway, I get my fine 6,000 grit whetstone, and I sharpen up my Japanese craft knife, imported, of course. It cost me several hundred quid, okay? I don't mess around. And slice that baby up, all right? So you can put those on a plate, tomato slices, right? Put the tomato slices on a plate. You can get the pre-sliced Belgioso mozzarella from any grocery store, really. That is sufficient. Of course, we do live in New York, and there's some great stuff around too. Di Paolo's has some awesome mozzarella if you want to go to Little Italy. All right, slam those on top, and then fresh basil. It's really, there's no cooking involved. Mm-hmm. And then give a little drizz, olive oil, extra virgin, a little shake of salt, coarse kosher salt. I like to do cracked pepper on mine, and sometimes if I don't have basil, I'll throw some dried dill. And I think that actually really spices it up quite a bit. So there you have it. Chef Biro.
So you've been very vocal to me about, going to therapy and how that's helped you. And I'm curious as to, why do you think that more artists should be in therapy?
Look, man, I think therapy is something that anyone can benefit from at any time. The concept of it is broad enough that it's essentially about understanding and reflecting on your emotions and your actions in a way that helps you discover who you are and relate to your problems in a way that you can fix them in the future. And as an artist and as someone who basically trades in being able to be close to my emotions and to analyze them and then put them into some form of expression, like having a healthy relationship with myself is crucial to that. And I'm also the kind of person who doesn't always have a healthy relationship with myself. I've gone through a long period of depressive episodes and anxiety, and this is probably the first time I'm like outwardly, openly saying that. But it has contributed to a lot of stagnation and just kind of, a lot of personal blame I put on myself. And therapy has really kind of helped crack that open. Because having someone neutral to talk to and just express what's on your mind, and then having them help you kind of recontextualize that in a way that you understand yourself better, like a third party is awesome for that. So obviously it's not always in everyone's financial purview to be able to go to therapy, but even just something as simple as hitting up a friend and saying like, hey, can I have a half hour of your time? I just want to talk through something that I'm going through. If that's not something you automatically do, it might be worth checking that out if you have someone that you really trust, with your time, with your emotions, that you can be open with. Because that sort of emotional health is very necessary for artists, and it's harder than ever to achieve it because of Instagram, because of Twitter, because of all the sort of crack that's flying around. The drug that's in our pockets, it just makes being an artist very confusing. So focus on what you got to do. Don't worry about social media. Be yourself. That's it.
Birocratic, thank you for being here, man.
My name's Brandon. Thank you very much, Travis.
Now tell the people what you got going on.
What do I got going on? Well, at the time of filming, I am like a week and a half away from playing Red Rocks, opening for Big Gigantic, which is crazy, and I can't freaking wait for that. I'm going to mess up big time. It'll be really, really humbling. And then after that, this fall, I'm going on tour with Young Bay on the Bay 5 tour, supporting him throughout pretty much the whole U.S. So that would be cool. It's my first time I've ever spent a full month on the road. Really looking forward to the experience. And then, January, February, I've also got another tour coming up. That's just kind of gotten the soft announce right now, but I'm going on tour with Too Many Zoos throughout Southeast and Northeast, Midwest areas. So really looking forward to that as well.
Nice.
Yeah, man. Also, I got a shit ton of remixes coming out. Sorry, they're kids. I was like, I can't say shit. But I've got a bunch of remixes coming out. David Blazer, doing a little thingy wiki with that, That was the whitest thing I've done all day. Okay. And then I've got L'Indecis, Cool Company, a couple of friends from New York. Yeah. Some good stuff. X-Mag, that's going to drop soon. I'm pumped.
I love it. Thanks for being here, man.
Thanks for having me on the show, Captain. Bye. Goodbye.